Guys, let's take a quick look here at IMX. IMX is around $1.30 right now, and it's sunk back into this reaccumulation zone. And you can see it got support off this $1.14, we could say. And since then, it's had a small bounce. Today, it's getting a nice bounce. It's taken out the previous 4 days, so that's good. But we really need to get above this Fibonacci at about $1.42 and break this daily resistance about $1.47. And I would like to see it come up and break this whole area, which would mean it has to get to about $1.62. And then it's going to have to contend with this trend line. And that's probably going to be, I would say, sometime next week, I would believe, as long as Bitcoin remains bullish. But this trend line here is up at about $1.70 at the moment, and this weekly resistance is also around the same area, so about $1.70, 71. And yeah, that's what IMX needs to do in the short term. Now Bitcoin, it is fighting this trend line. You can see, guys, it's getting smashed basically between this Fibonacci and this trend line. Now one of these has to break. Bitcoin on the weekend, sometimes it tends to run. We'll see if it does. But it has to make a decision whether it's going to, fall into this Fibonacci level. But if it does that, the next support is around 52.2. And right now, the German government has finished, selling all of its Bitcoin. So I expect it should be a little bit more bullish. Although we do have the Mt. Gox repayments to a little bit worry about. And yeah, guys, I mean, Bitcoin, it's just been trending down since, well, it's been fighting its trend line for what? Since June 6th. So it's a little bit more than a month. It's about 5 weeks, and it's got to break sometime. So let's see, guys, what the next move is. It's going to be in the next day or so. Let me check the 4-hourly, see if we've closed any. Yeah, okay, we've tried 3 times in the last couple of days on the 4-hour time frame to get above this trend. So far it hasn't, done that. Now it has maintained this Fibonacci on this candle. It's going to close this candle in about 8.5 minutes. So that's a good thing. At least it'll maintain this Fibonacci probably. And anyways, talking about economics, and things, the numbers today for PPI were pretty bad. I have to say, you can see here, PPI was terrible. Although if I hover over this, it says better than expected. That's actually worse. Michigan numbers, though, better. So yesterday, CPI was excellent. Today, PPI was terrible. Michigan numbers helped a little bit. I would say overall this week is a little bit more bullish than bearish. So now the fear and greed is down at 25. That's extremely low. And I'm just going to, say that I'm more bullish than bearish. I tried to select bullish, but anyways, that didn't work. Doesn't matter, guys. And let's see. There's also, I want to say there's a 6.7% chance that Powell will cut the rates at the end of the month, but I would say September is probably more likely, So if I would click on September, let's see what the odds are, but the odds right now are about 88% that he's going to cut. So let's see what happens, guys, in the coming days. But yeah, like I said, IMX, got to make its way out of this, reaccumulation, get above this daily resistance, then fight this trend line. So, and Bitcoin, as you know, it's got to fight this trend line, or it's got to break down, into this next Fibonacci, which is below. So that would be worst case scenario. So I tend to think that Bitcoin is going to be a little bit more bullish than bearish, though. But anyways, guys, that's all I got for you on IMX and Bitcoin at the moment. And if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell. I'll see you guys in the next one.